Good morning, my people. Jamaica is once again finding itself in the middle of a global tug and war between the world's two biggest superpower, the United States of America and China. My people, welcome to another live stream, my people. I go by the name Yard Boss. Please like the stream as you enter the stream. And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, my people. Welcome to another one. How you guys doing this morning? Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful morning, my people. So for years, China has invested billions of dollars across the Caribbean. In Jamaica, Chinese company has helped finance and build highways, roads, bridges, hotels, business development, and other infrastructure projects. China has also become one of Jamaica's largest trading partners and an important source of investment. The people. Now the United States is making a clear intention to compete much more aggressive within the region. The people. A couple of days ago, I believe yesterday, the Trump administration has notified the United States Congress on plans, right, which includes 175 million US dollars to replace aging undersea telecommunication cable throughout the Caribbean and Central America. But people, American officials say that the goal is to build secure communication networks while reducing China's role in critical digital infrastructure. They want to run the Chinese not just from out of Jamaica, but from out of the entire Caribbean. The people, yes, yes, yes. So the undersea fiber optic cables are not just internet cables. They carry the overwhelming majority of international internet traffic, yes, banking transaction, government communication, emergency services, and military communication. You see, many of us, when we are using our cell phone and we are transacting banking transaction, we believe most of those transmission is done throughout space. But many of the cables that is responsible for carrying those communication, we are talking from America, and we are talking to our people them in the Caribbean, are talking to our people all over the globe. Those communications are normally facilitated through underground sea cables. But people, yes, yes, yes. But the telecommunication project is only one piece of a much larger strategy. Have you ever heard of the Monroe Doctrine before, the people? That is what President Trump is currently enforcing throughout the Caribbean and also North America, the people. The United States has also signaled that it intends to increase investment in regional cybersecurity, energy security, port security. Remember, Donga Wharf, who control Donga Wharf? The Chinese, them. Support security and diplomatic agreement throughout the Caribbean region. My people, remember, as you enter this live stream, please like the stream, my people. And if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to the channel. I go by the name Yardwas, my people. So Washington has reportedly warned Caribbean government about becoming too interdependent on Chinese financing for strategic infrastructure. If you notice, down at Jamaica, but people, the Chinese them currently have a 100-year lease, yes, on the first highway that they built in Jamaica. It was financed by China, my people. Hundreds of millions, yes, of US dollars finance that the road there. And they're continuing to build. You see, St. Thomas Bill and other highways are building in Jamaica, the people, financed by Chinese, yes. American officials have also continued to raise concern about Chinese Belt and Road Initiative that I just mentioned. They argue that some infrastructure project can leave countries with heavy debt obligation while giving Beijing greater geopolitical influence throughout the region. The people, the Chinese, them is not just in Jamaica, just for sure. It is geopolitical. Yes, they're trying to create a geopolitical stronghold within the Caribbean region, right in the backyard of the United States of America. And you don't know already how Donald Trump go to work Look how far him gone can fight war all the way in Iran, my people. So you think say him a go just sit back and make Chinese come run things in the Caribbean, especially in Jamaica, my people, on the stay tuned. I'm going to remind you, I'm going to refresh your memory and the big old duppy ship. When the big old duppy ship come down a wharf and come park, are you going to see Andrew Holness, Darrell Voss, and all of them on the big old duppy ship, the people? So the United States has also criticized Chinese linked investment near the Panama Canal, my people, describing that area as strategically important to America's national security. Leave on the thoughts in the comment section, my people. I know we have a lot of subscribers in the Yard Boss community that is paying close attention to anything geopolitical that is going on within our region. Yes, and this news broke yesterday, the people, not in the Jamaican media necessarily, yes, but in the US media that stated that Donald Trump, right, is deploying $175 million, right, to improve the undersea cable infrastructure, and he want to run China out of the Caribbean. The people. So Beijing said its investments are based on mutual development and economic cooperation. I know we have a lot of people in Jamaica that is 100% behind the Chinese, right? Building up Jamaica. Yes, some of the Jamaican people, them love it because the Chinese people, them work fast, them not complain. Yes, right now, they actually in Spanish Town building up. I believe that the Spanish Town Hospital is going up, I believe, six-story up. They also in a St. Elizabeth, in a Black River, they are also building, rebuilding that hospital. Yeah. Yes, people. So Chinese official argued that Caribbean countries have the sovereign right to choose their development partners without outside influence. Donald Trump no business with that. Donald Trump is a big bad man. The man with the biggest gun in the region normally win these type of wars. The people, they maintain that their investment create jobs, improve infrastructure, and help developing countries modernize their economies. I am not sure what kind of jobs those investments actually create, because in order to build those buildings and those roads that they're building in Jamaica, a lot of the workers them are actually imported from China to come at China, come do the work. I think I should do a live stream on that, people, because I've seen some videos circulating. On the hospital them and in the housing development that the Chinese companies are actually building. Are we Chinese? Are we Chinese at work, my people? Them say the Jamaicans them complain too much. Yes, and the Jamaicans them want too much money. That is what them say, the people. That is what them say. But Jamaicans need to receive fair pay because Jamaica economy not easy, my people. Things dear. A Jamaica, things dear. A Jamaica, the people. So Jamaica has traditionally maintained strong diplomatic and economic ties with both countries, the United States of America and also China. Remember, I was the one, Yard Boss, who actually showed you when the first set of Chinese them actually enter into Jamaica. They entered into Jamaica as indentured servants, the people. After the slaves in Jamaica was actually freed by the British, after Nanny of the Maroons and Cudjoe and the whole of them fight off the white boy them and eventually become free, they needed workers on the plant and on the plantation. So what they did, they sent for Chinese and they also sent for Indians. The Indians, them, they went to Trinidad. Most of the Indians, them went, you see me, I telling you, history, because it's playing out right in front of our face right now. If you look at Trinidad, the prime minister of Trinidad is what? An Indian woman. She's a descendant of the slaves over there in India, in Trinidad, the people, and the same thing with also the Chinese them. Yes, Chinese, who else the Chinese them? Where them come and them shouting, and yes, they came in from China after, yes, we were freed. So they were indentured servants by people. But them are Chinese, where the Donald Trump is trying to actually run out of Jamaica. It is the new set of Chinese them. It is the Chinese government. Yes. So the United States remains, right, Jamaica's largest source of tourism, people. A whole heap of tourists come from the United States of America, millions of them. One of its biggest trading partners and home to a large Jamaican diaspora. A whole heap of Jamaicans live in the United States of America. We're talking about what? Over a million. Yes, I would say over a million Jamaicans live in the United States of America. And those Jamaicans who live in the United States of America are responsible for remitting billions of dollars home every single year, my people. And that is another big driving source, right, for the Jamaican economy. People who live in America, people who live in Canada, people who live in England send a lot of money back home to their relatives in Jamaica. My people, yes. At the same time, China has become one of Jamaica's most important infrastructure investor over the past 2 decades, financing and constructing several high-profile projects across the island. And this is one area that the United States of America dropped the ball in over the years. The people, they were not investing in infrastructure, nation building in the Caribbean. They believe because they were a superpower, the people in the backyard is just going to continue to chug along and say yes, yes, yes. But the Caribbean nations, they need to develop. And the Chinese them saw an opportunity to come in and rebuild some of the infrastructure and also um, provide loans. So successful Jamaican government have generally pursued a policy of maintaining positive relationship with both countries rather than choosing one side over another. But let me tell you something. When a man park in big old duppy ship, right down our when the Chinese them control, sometimes you have to bend under pressure. And even though you want to be fair to both superpowers, boy, the United States of America is right in our backyard. And China is all the way a whole but people. So the balance, it's very difficult. But people, that balancing act may become more difficult if competition between Washington and Beijing continue to intensify in the region. As you guys heard the latest from Kerry Lakes that she's coming to Jamaica, yes, and she's going to be talking to the government officials and stakeholders to make sure that the playing field it is fair for U.S. government to actually come in and compete for some of them the contract there that is going to be issuing out the people. Remember, we have the oil drilling that is going to be taking place. We also have the electric contract. JPS is going to have to compete with a bigger electric company in Jamaica, my people. And we also have a lot of buildings, a lot of roadways. And the new city is about to go up over there in Black River. They're talking about rebuilding the National Stadium, turning the National Stadium into a state-of-the-art stadium of people like you see on TV, yeah, with them host Olympics and all them thing there. That is what they're planning to do to the National Stadium. They're planning to revitalize the entire downtown Kingston, the people. New buildings, new this, new that. So the United States of America wants to come and compete for those projects with people and trust and believe that the cost is not going to be as cheap as the Chinese labor. Chinese come with cheap labor, my people. So if both superpowers compete for influence through investment, trade, technology, and infrastructure, Jamaica and other Caribbean nations could potentially benefit from greater access to financing and development project, people. And there is also talks, right, of the United States of America actually building a naval base in Jamaica. But people, my grandmother used to say, if it no go so, it nearly go so. Remember, the United States of America actually own Vernon Field. Vernon Field is their base. They invested and they built it. Their starts are believed to actually build a new airport. So we have a major international airport, just like Kingston and just like Montego Bay, right out there in Vernon Field. I believe Vernon Field is in Clarendon, right? But the U.S. This is the reason why you see the United States ship them still in the Jamaican waters, right? They're seeking. I don't know if them actually find the spot already where them are gonna build that the new base there in Jamaica. But people, so regional leaders will also have to carefully protect Jamaica's sovereignty and national interests, ensuring that decisions are made based on what benefits the Jamaican people rather than becoming caught in a geopolitical contest between large superpowers. The people, that is good and dandy, but sometimes when you're staring down the barrel of a big old dopey ship, sometimes you're just forced to pick a side. The Caribbean is no longer viewed as just a tourism destination, my people. Yes, it's not just that. It is now considered strategically important because of its shipping lanes, my people. Very, very vital. And especially now that they went into Venezuela and they capture Venezuelan oil, my people. If you go out there in the Caribbean Sea, you're going to see U.S. naval ship all over the place, my people, to protect those special cargoes that is actually traversing in the Caribbean Sea, traversing in the Panama canals, my people. As this competition unfolds, Jamaica could become one of the countries receiving increased attention, and it is an increased investment with both China and the United States of America. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream of people. I go by the name Yard Boss. If this is your first time seeing me on the screen, please me I beg you, please subscribe to the channel. So let's see what Maureen said before I bring the visit, right? Let me bring it to the stage while I read what Maureen said in the chat. Big up yourself, Maureen. And big up to everybody that is watching this live stream. Yep, Vernon Field is in Clarendon, right in the vicinity of the Garvey Maceo High School, built by the Cubans. Okay, so Garvey Maceo High School was built by the Cubans. Thank you for that, Maureen, people. So yes, the United States is moving in, it's moving in, because remember, my people, Hurricane Melissa came and mashed up the entire Black River. Yes? And the entire Black River have to be rebuilt from scratch, my people. United States of America is seeing billions of dollars. And they're not going to allow China to just come in and rebuild that the new city there. The people, they will not allow it. Let us listen to our government officials. So what you're seeing on your screen right now, yes, is Darrell Fox. And he's going to be telling us, Jamaican people, that the big multi-billion-dollar warship that came to Jamaica was just there to unload the soldiers them, to come listen to some reggae music, yes, and drink some Blue Mountain coffee. In this video right here, so you're going to see the soldiers them invading Jamaica. 4,000 of them invading Jamaica. The people, they went down to Negril and they went and they drink and they get drunk. Some of them go down at Negril, go drink and get drunk, my people, while others were in Jamaica doing something. And what happened when the dopey ship left on June the 5th, 2026? Lights out. And me alone in the dark room. Nothing to see here. Lights out, my people. Let us listen to the Honorable Darrell Vaz.
Unforgettable moment, unforgettable day. Things that you dream about, that you're actually experiencing. Probably few civilians get this opportunity in a lifetime. And so I want to thank you. But more importantly, just to reiterate what Minister Dixon said in terms of our relationship with the United States of America, unshakable, unbreakable, and long legacy of cooperation. So we look forward to welcoming the vessel into Jamaican waters and to dock. So again, for me, personally, unbelievable, unforgettable day. And as I said before, I just want to thank Scott and look forward to welcoming the vessel and the Admiral into Kingston Harbour to have some good coffee, no rum, and reggae music.
Let me tell you something. Looking at Darrell Valls and Miss Dixon Pandat the shit, the two of them look nervous. Very, very nervous. Normally, when things like these are happening, the first person to go out there and greet them would be the leader of the nation. The leader of the nation was not on that the ship then. And when me see that, makes me get nervous. Me say, why did the Honorable Andrew Holness never go out there on the dopey ship? Why it was Darrell Vaz who went out there? And some of the people them say, yard boss, Darrell Vaz is higher in the pecking order than Andrew Holness when he come to the United States of America. I never me say it, you know. As Smaddy said, that is the reason why he went out there first. And it wasn't bro God. And I said, oh, I saw it go. But when we look on Darrell Vaz right there, so it looked like him knows something is up to something because they look extremely nervous. And you notice where the dopey ship do with Darrell, them send for him. I out to see this there now. Them send for Darrell. And them send for the information minister. Me people, this is show of force. Them bring them out on the ship. And never Darrell fly for him own a helicopter go on the ship, you know. And them send one of them the blackout helicopter there. Go pick up Darrell Vaz and bring him out in a sea. And when they bring him out in a sea, them never just want him to see it on TV, you know. They wanted him to experience the might of the big old dopey ship. They wanted to fly the plane right in the black background so him can feel the engine when the engine a roar, my people. Show of force. Is it a form of intimidation? Because this man is responsible. One of the boys responsible for divvying the new contract to the blasted new, what them call it now, electric company. And he's also involved in the oil dealings in Jamaica. This man is involved in a lot of wheeling and dealing in Jamaica land we love, my people. And it was his parish, Portland, that the people them here submarine off the shores in parish, Portland, my people. That is the reason why he went at the dopey ship. That is what some people are saying. After in parish, them say they probably come off of the submarine and go install something in a Portland. In control down there. Yes, my people, Portland is very close to Blue Mountain, right? I believe so. Look how nervous he looks. He might try laugh, but he can't laugh properly.
Jamaica didn't lose power. Something took it. They told you it was the storm. A failure in the grid. But at 8:47 p.m., every light on the island went out at the exact same second. No surge, no warning, no explanation, just silence. Satellites caught a pulse over the Caribbean. Something they're still refusing to talk about.
June 5th, 2026, when the dopey ship left Jamaica. Soon after the ship left Jamaica, Yard Boss came out and Yard Boss said, one ship left, but there are many in the area. Submarines is circling Cuba. Me come tell you that. Say submarines is out there, and as I speak right now, there's a lot of ships in the Caribbean water circling Cuba and circling Jamaica, my people. Yes. And so say it so done. When the dopey ship departed Jamaica, in the evening, listen to this here again. In the evening, they're going to tell you the time. When them press a button, them press something. It wasn't no blasted lightning strike. They press something. And the entire island, never seen before in the history of Jamaica, not even in a blasted slavery time. Not even when we first get electricity, when electricity was kind of shaky, we had a nationwide blackout all at once. Everybody in a darkness. What can go so? Not even Hurricane Melissa, not even Gilbert. Come and do that. We not Jamaica land we love. Not even generator the people them could have turned on. It look like whatever them turn off, whatever them turn off, down them people. Leak out everything, our generator leak out. Complete darkness. See it ya? See it ya right
Yeah.
Jamaica didn't lose power. Something took it. They told you it was the storm. A failure in the grid. But at 8:47 p.m., every light on the island went out at the exact same second. No surge, no warning, no explanation, just silence. Satellites caught a pulse over the Caribbean. Something they're still refusing to talk about.
Be prepared for what is to come. Pay attention. Start storing up on food. My people, there's a lot of profits on the internet, you know. You ever hear them talk about attacking grid and this and that? And blackout for days and blackout for months? If communication, if you can't use your cell phone, it's a phone, right? If you can't use this, will you be able to communicate with your family members? Let's say you live at Kingston and your family members will live at St. Anne or in the country areas, your grandmother, your parents or anything. If your cell phone reception gone, if every single phone blackout in Jamaica, would you still be able to communicate with your family members? If you can't drive, go to them, would you still be able to communicate? No. But let me give you a little secret, yes? Because Yard Boss like to keep his people informed. Have you ever heard of something called walkie-talkie before? Or no, Google it. Walkie-talkie. That don't depend on them signal, yeah. It go based on frequency, my people. When you go research, Amazon deliver at Jamaica. Go to Amazon and get on yourself a walkie-talkie. Some of the walkie-talkies, them come in fours, my people, a pack of 4. You can do anywhere in Jamaica. And it also go for people who live in the United States and people who live in Canada and people who live in what you call it now? In England. Yes? You can live in New York City and you can have your people them in Florida and you have your walkie-talkie and you still can talk and still can communicate with your people them, my people. Do not just rely solely on this blasted thing, yeah. Because as I am speaking right now, somebody upon this a blasted phone, you probably will listen to my blasted conversation. Look how easy they were able to turn off the electricity in Jamaica. My people, maybe one day, we'll be going back to primitive days. Even though they're planning to build up them big old city and them big old days. Look what happened to Japan the other day. I never run with the story because I don't know if my audience would be interested in that. Maybe we would have got tied back to some prophecy that the people them talk about earthquake. Venezuela hit with a magnitude 7.5. Recently, my people, yesterday, Japan was hit with a 7.1 magnitude earthquake. Mash up a lot of buildings, a lot of houses over there in Japan, the people. Natural disasters always happen. Yes, earthquake, I don't think you can control earthquake. Them say them can control hurricane, but me not think you can control earthquake. But people, all right, what you're looking at your screen right so. Yes, you're looking at the soldiers, them, Sister Carrion say, some of them are robots, some of them are humanoids, whatever she want to call them. These guys are actually invading Jamaica. And when them come out for the double ship, the people, let us look at them. See them there? Long line of them. Probably going through immigration, them I go through. Me not believe say them I get no stamp in a passport to go in Jamaica. Them boy have global pass. Yes. And then right now we have Dr. Andrew Holness on the double ship. You see him? My people, this is not no fun and games. This right just I want to see. Dr. Andrew Holness, right, as upon the blasted double ship. This is not no fun and games and no laughing thing. I show him. I show him what we have. That is a nuclear power warship, right, yes, sir. Come on the ship, boss, man. Make us show you our might up close and personal. Saying, now if you watch it on no TV, come. Let me show you. And as soon as him go on the double ship, crosses reach him. As we never hear nobody are dead up at Andrew Holness yard yet. As soon as him come off of the double ship, a couple days later, Smaddy dead up at him yard, my people. Them say the security guard and some worker at the house catching some problem. The security guard either shoot him or stab him, and the boy end up down a madden. How did that happen? Because crosses reach Andrew Holness when him go on the big old double ship, my people. He must shake hands. And me go show you a smirk. A smirk upon one of the white boy them face upon the ship. When Andrew Holness attack, my people, the man smirk and he must say, what him a chat say? Yes. What him a chat say like him mighty and powerful. Watch it. Watch it. I go pause it when the man starts smirk. See them a laugh this or no. Them a give him tour. My people, nothing no nice about where they pan at the ship there. Every single one of them they plane there is made to murder people. That the ship there was made for murder people. 40 years that the ship there and murder people. Them never come another Jamaica and no peace goodwill tour. Them come to Jamaica because a whole heap of money there Jamaica. Yes. Whole heap of money they up in a big country. Whole heap of money they up in a maroon town. Rich. Gold they everywhere. Vibranium they everywhere. Whole heap of special metal they in a Jamaica, up in a Blue Mountain, Jamaica rich. All the over Jamaica, not just in a sea, but also upon land. But people, Jamaica is a wealthy nation. Uno na listen to what I say to. I don't think Uno will listen to what Yard Boss is saying to him. Why the hell on God's green earth you would have the two biggest bullies in the entire I would say, universe. I don't know all the aliens them. I don't know if the aliens them bad. But in the entire earth, China and United States of America. A war for Jamaica. It's not because we are stylish. It's not because we are fashionable. It's not because we can run fast. It's not because we have the best, beautiful woman in the world. And yes, I say that. It's not because of that. It's because of our earth. Something they don't there. What them want. It's not just to rebuild St. Elizabeth. No. To rebuild St. Elizabeth and to rebuild, even if them transform Jamaica into Dubai. That is just a drop in the bucket. A monkey money that compared to what is in the earth. If Jamaica have oil reserve greater than Venezuela, mighty God of Daniel. Mighty God of Daniel. The United States of America, them love oil. Anyway, oil there, them dead. China, them not have no oil over there. Them dear Jamaica because them want a piece of the oil. And whatever else in a Maroon Town, whatever else up in a Blue Mountain. And me go show you know. It look like the boy them take question thing from Jamaica and load up on the double ship and go about them business. See it. Let me see if we can fast forward, because we have about 7 more minutes for this live stream. Yeah. Let me fast forward and show you something. All right, so here we go, my people. Here we go. And that is the reason why I believe, yes, because really and truly, when them dock, them not supposed to just dock. Them have everything that they need upon them ship. Them not need no scaffolding. Them no need no tanker. Them no need none of them the thing there. So watch out now. Watch out.
Ball game.
So, watch
Big
out.
man ball game, me tell Billiard. Big man ball game, me tell Billiard. But Billiard never hear, hear. Billiard
You
don't
see,
hear.
all tanker, where all tanker do down there. Whether the all tanker they are bring, if you put pan that they don't be ship there. Scaffolding they down there. Watch out.
Tell Billiard. Ball game, me tell
Alright.
Billiard.
Look, you see the scaffolding right there, sir? Where them are load up there, sir? What are they loading up there? Scaffolding. If them want to come off of the ship, them not just lower them ramp and come off of the ship. Them a put something up there. Yes?
Billiard. Big man ball game, me tell Billiard. But Billiard never hear, hear. Billiard no hear.
Yes. And that is a Jamaican truck. Look there, containers. Where did that come from? That was not on the blasted ship. Where in there? Where inside there, so? Where they in there? Crane. That the crane they not on the blasted ship. The people, by the look of things, it seems like a something them a load on the ship. See there? Another crane down there, so. Another scaffolding down there, so. I see the soldiers them right there, so. The soldiers them right there, so. I orchestrate everything where I go on. You not tell me what I see. Truck, oil tanker, I don't know what inside there. Probably some special something, I don't know. Yes? Another tanker down there, so. And watch out now. My people. Crosses reach the people them up our camp. Them go on the dopey ship too, my people. And up our camp burn down as soon as them come off of the blasted dopey ship. Fire up in our upper camp, my people. We don't have enough time to actually get into the other piece of material that I prepared, right? When there's a United States soldier that came out on Wayne Lonesome show, and he said that the people them in Portland were complaining when the blackout happened that they were hearing submarines off the shore of Portland. And the soldier said that the blackout was done by design to mask whatever they were installing or whatever they were extracting from Jamaica. He believed that it was an installation that was done on land that probably Darrell Valls no say nobody now go. Could it be in the mountains of in the hills of Portland, somewhere hidden? That is what he believed. Some surveillance system, something was installed, my people. But as you see from the dopey ship, it seems like they took away something from Jamaica. And the rest of the ship them circle back and they install something in Jamaica. That is the reason why the lights was out. In this live stream, what we discuss is the United States planning to spend billions of dollars in Jamaica to banish China from out of Jamaica? Will they be able to banish China out of Jamaica, my people? See Jamaica, yeah? Tag and war between the two of them, my people. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. I go by the name Yard Boss. Big up on yourself. All right, let's see what Don say right just now. Jamaica dodge a bullet September 3rd. Mark Golden was be sitting, okay, would be sitting in a US Supermax prison. Mighty God of Daniel. Hold on there. Let me take a picture of that because I need to go research that. I need to go research. Oh, right. Oh, me get to yase. Me get to yase. Dan Stokely, he said, Jamaica dodge a bullet September, right? 3rd. Mark Golden would be sitting in a United States Supermax prison. I believe what he's saying is that Mark Golden would have been defiant and tell Trump, say, you can't come down here. But let me tell you something. That is the reason why Yard Boss not really to get too much caught up in politics. Mark Golden would have do the same thing where bro gotta do when it comes to relations with the United States of America. This is something that you don't have any choice. And you're right, Don, if he refused based on what he's saying publicly, I may never hear him, even when the TCN deal, me never hear him come out and push back too much, I think it's a money thing in the TCN deal. Because, to be quite honest with you, the TCN deal, the United States of America, did not approach Jamaica. It was Jamaica who approached the United States of America. Yes? But I do believe that Mark Golden would have invited the big old double ship into Jamaica. He would have had no other choice. If he refused, would he be in a Supermax prison? I don't know. We don't know. But he wouldn't refuse. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for your contribution. See you, my people. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you guys later around 5 o'clock. All right? With another one. See ya. Bye-bye.